All right, what's up? We are back again for another off-season war. We're going to be doing a different path than the last two videos, and I'm going to be bringing a different team. So I'm going to hop into this path here. You see that we already got caught up here. Pretty good placement. I'll talk through it a little bit, but so path 5, the middle path, all the way up through section 2 is going to be ebb and flow. Now in section 1, it's ebb and flow knockdown, which means that all of your damage is reduced by 90%. In fact, all damage for the defender, including suicides, recoil, everything, is reduced by 90%, except for a 6-second window after you knock them down in section 1. And then obviously in section 2, it's ebb and flow intercept. So there's a 6-second window after you intercept them where your damage is going to be normal, and you'll also get an extra precision buff. But so that's what this path is in section 1. It is ebb and flow knockdown. So this is a knockdown path. So we've got a hit monkey, and he's going to purify quite a bit of stuff, which is why he's pretty good placement here. And then we've got a morning star back here. They are running siphon in this war, our opponents. So the block damage will be, pretty healthy. I'm going to be bringing in Captain America Infinity War, Nick Fury, and he should help me shrug off the bleeds that I get from Morningstar. And then I'm also going to be bringing in a Cosmic Champion to get armor break. And that is actually going to be for, if I make it this far, that's going to be for path 9 in section 2. That'll help me with armor breaking this Killmonger here, and we can kind of test Captain America's viability on that path with Siphon, if we end up seeing Siphon at all this upcoming season. I kind of doubt it, but never know. So, let's join up. And again, we're going to join up with Captain America. And actually, we're not gonna do Nick Fury. We're gonna do a skill champ. Let's do Killmonger. I never get to use him. One of my Nick Furies is on defense, my rank 3 6-star, and then my rank 5 5-star is in Alliance Quest. And I do want to have a third extra attacker, so we're not gonna do that. And then let's see here. Maybe Venom? No, we're going to go Captain Marvel. Alright. So let's just see how this goes. You guys know how the node works now. Just ebb and flow knockdown, pretty standard. Now because Hit Monkey purifies debuffs really quickly, and this is going to also apply if you guys see placements like Agent Venom or Crossbones, champs that can have tenacity, then it might be wise to save up to your special 3 and then try to heavy counter just to knock them down, or even use a special and then have that L3 kind of planned. Obviously, you're not going to be able to use an L3 in that 6-second window if you use a special to knock the defender down, but you kind of get the idea. It might just be better to hold for your L3 so you get that guaranteed damage. And yeah, so I am going to use Captain Marvel here. Now the reason is simply because I'm not going to use her for, none of these fights I really need her for. I'm bringing her essentially for a synergy for Captain America. So if I lose her at some point, not a big deal. But what I'm going to do is I am going to save for my L3. And I'm just going to try to heavy counter this guy as much as possible. His heavy is fairly easy to heavy counter. You just got to make sure that the spacing's correct, or you'll get smacked by it. But and he's not a villain, obviously, so Siphon won't apply. Oh, that's interesting. Defender's special attacks drain up to 100% power. Um, so I think that that's if I get hit by one. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Woo! All right. So I think I was late on the timing there. But that looked ridiculous. I must have been late on the timing. Okay, we're going to use Killmonger because he also is not a champ I really have much use for. Alright. Parry him, make sure that he doesn't purify it. And then we're going to get off our L3. Just going to block all of this stuff. Got his protection back up. We're just going to build up to another L3, I think. I think that that's the safest way to do this. Alright. And then we'll throw the L3. This will end it. So full disclosure, I'm not completely sure. I'm not completely sure how Hitmonkey works. I mean, I watched Legacy's video on him. I know that if the defender evades him, that'll I think that qualifies as monkey business or something like that, and he gets that anti-evade timer. But I'm not sure why he was evading me. I'm not really sure, but anyway, obviously in season, if you have a matchup that you're unsure about, if there's any uncertainty at all, duel, because that will always help. But this one should hopefully be a little bit more straightforward. I'm just going to be parrying Heving. She can't shrug anything off. I will take probably a decent amount of block damage. I have class advantage, which will help reduce that. They place with Limber, which is kind of ridiculous. And her bleeds are doing a lot. I'm going to have to stack up my kinetics. Because those bleeds just destroyed me. Alright, so I'm going to hold to my L3, make sure I have, if I survive, I probably won't survive this block damage. Make sure I have 5 kinetic charges, and then I'll throw my L3. So I need to get off some parries. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. I don't think. Here goes OBS being weird. So, okay, got our ass kicked here. I'll go in with Killmonger, but I'm not going to get through this. So, if you guys do see Siphon in season, just use Ghost. It's very, very easy to use Ghost, especially against like Morningstar. Use Ghost, get off a parry, heavy her, phase, and go right into an L2. You'll be fine. Alright. So, super brief video for you. I won't have any Section 2 action for you this war because I am fully dead. But again, I mean, if you guys, a lot of this stuff is going to change next week when we have the new tactics. Hitmonkey and any kind of Purifier or Tenacity champs are going to be good placement on this knockdown. You're also probably going to see a lot of Darkhawks on this path because obviously if you knock him down, he, and I believe he's actually up here on this ebb and flow knockdown node. So, if you do have a Darkhawk, use Medusa. Get him armor shattered, and then the entire node just goes out the window. He is, all of the abilities, including the node abilities, are completely gone. He won't gain any power. You won't have to worry about it. So if you see a Darkhawk, use Medusa. If you see Tenacity champs, and you don't feel comfortable doing parry heavy or counter heavying them, then I would just suggest saving up to your special 3. You know, trying to make sure that you got the spacing on either one of their special attacks if it's not a projectile, or on their heavy attack, counter heavy, and then throw that L3. You'll do a decent amount of damage. And again, with the new map timers, they're 5 minutes per fight. You don't have to rush it. You don't have to rush. So if you need to build up to an L3 2 or 3 times in a fight, it's not a big deal. Just don't panic, and you should be fine. And then if you see placements like this, if somebody's using Siphon, which I feel like is unlikely, and you see a placement like this, you know, any bleed immune champ can take that fight pretty easily. And Cap, I think, can too if you're building up the kinetics. If you're going to use Cap, you might want to bring in one of his science synergies, like Hulk or Gladiator Hulk, to reduce 50% damage from any non-hits, which would count as Morningstar's bleeds if you don't shrug those, and would also count for block damage. But otherwise, just use Ghost. Ghost is also on anything except for Stubborn. Ghost is going to be really, really good for these fights back here. Ebb and Flow Intercept. So she still has a lot of use as long as the defense is not placed with the Stubborn defensive tactic. And if these defenders are not affected by Stubborn, then you're fine. If they are, you won't be able to use Ghost. And then if you have Flow defenders, obviously you're going to want to use Ghost with the full Ghost team with Hood so that she can phase the L3s if that becomes an issue. But for the most part, it won't be a problem unless you see the Stubborn defensive tactic. So that's it. Super brief video. Hope you guys enjoyed me getting my ass wiped. And I will continue to try to put out as many new paths on this new node as I can throughout the off season. And then, of course, once season starts on the 7th of next month, so about a week and a half from now, we will have full war videos at that point. So appreciate you guys watching, and I will catch you in the next video.